Hi everybody! Welcome to episode number 4 of the Cromwell Chronicles, a Monster Hearts 2 actual play podcast by Midnight Ceremonies Media. I'm Karina Ravia, and I play Eva Petrova on the show, and I'm an assistant editor. Just a couple quick things before we get started. To access the transcripts and content warnings for this episode, and to learn more about our show, please visit midnightceremoniesmedia.com. You can also follow us at Midnight C Media on Twitter and Instagram for updates and more information. If you're tweeting or posting about our content, please use hashtag the Cromwell Chronicles or hashtag TCC Spoilers. Thanks so much for listening, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Cromwell Chronicles.
Last time, we resumed at Gardening Club after school on Friday. Jimena was lingering outside the Gardening Club to talk to Daisy May. They sort of chatted, and Daisy May brought up, hey, I saw you stealing from my friend's backpack, and Jimena tried to lie and tell Daisy May that she wasn't, but I don't think that really worked, and so Daisy tells Jimena not to come to the garden anymore, and then Jimena stomped on the grass and agreed not to do that. So then Daisy May went and told Ro about the whole thing, who was kind of like, okay, whatever. After that, Ro went to go talk to his sister Ivy, who was less than helpful about everything that he had to say. So meanwhile, Jimena went home to her parents. Ren also went home to Mr. Campbell and listened to Nirvana. The Petrovs went home and broke the ice about the party situation with their parents, which actually went really well. And so the Petrovs are now totally on board throwing a big party Saturday night. Also, Vasily does topiaries. I thought that was important enough to write down.
It's very important.
Ren gets invited to the party, and Mr. Campbell gets to explain what parties are and encourages Ren to go. Jimena goes home and has like a very awkward dinner with his family. Finn, the stepbrother, is there, and he's very cool, and he and Jimena go out for ice cream afterward and talk.
He should definitely be our guitarist.
He should. I'm gonna recruit him. Can we get him an invite to this party? And Jimena talks a little bit about, like, not really wanting to do witch stuff, but, like, in very vague terms, so Finn doesn't get the exact details. And then kind of trails off and changes the subject. Alex sends all the details about this party to everyone, including the jazz band group chat that has Josh in it. Okay.
Listen, I have a condition. I know,
but I'm just so scared. Yeah, Rose.
If he wants to try shit.
Rose stays the night in the back of their truck under the stars. And when Jimena goes home that night, goes back to her grandmother's house, there's a package waiting for him on the porch from his dad, which inside is an eyeshadow palette and like some other makeup stuff, and a note about trying to make up for past birthdays that he missed.
Is there anything else that people remember happening that they deem important?
Well, we all got experience from the Fae stuff.
Yes. Yes?
Yeah. Well, just Alex,
did.
I think. Yeah, I don't think that Ro got
Alex and Ren.
Ren got experience?
Oh,
okay.
did you make a promise?
We were with Ren.
You made a promise, but I thought you only
think
get
we were-
experience with you break.
No,
Oh, no, you
I
didn't.
only get experience. I don't think that Ren made a promise. I think it was just
It was just Alex
and
Ray.
Ray.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I know. I like wanted to get everybody, but I couldn't think of a way to like get it in a text and not make it sound weird.
So the people all of the PCs have been invited to this party, but has Daisy been invited to the party?
I think Jimena
Yeah.
mentioned it to Daisy. I might have who mentioned it to
No,
Daisy wrong, but
Ro
Ro did.
mentioned it. Yeah.
Ro mentioned it, yeah.
Okay.
Daisy was like, Jimena's sus. And then Ro was like, hey, want to come to a party?
Uh-oh. Drama.
Yeah, so the last thing I'll say is that there are a fair amount of conditions going on. And I want to remind this, because I find the conditions interesting, but also to remind you all that if you take advantage of someone's condition, when you make a move against them, you can add one to your roll. Well, so the conditions currently are Alex has the condition brutal. Josh has the condition asshole. And Jimena has the condition two-faced. Freddie, the art teacher, also has the condition in a midlife crisis. I don't know if that will come up, but it is one of the conditions going on. Also, this was a while back, but it hasn't come into play yet. So I will say that when Jimena used watching on Ro, there were some weird side effects. And we'll see what those weird side effects are, maybe. So, yeah, I think where we left off was Friday evening, but there was a little aside that Ro, when you woke up with the dawn light on Saturday morning, there were some panicked texts and a panicked voicemail from Phil.
Just remembered what he sent me. Yeah. Ro texts. Yeah, Ro. I think
you did message him back then, but
yeah. I texted him like I was at a friend's house, and then I'm gonna follow it up with, "Hey, can you buy me some beer for a party tonight? I'll pay you back."
Yeah, and this was at like 7 a.m., like 8 a.m. Like he's not up yet. But what is Ro gonna do for the day?
I think Ro is gonna go back to the apartment, pick up their amp, and drive into like the middle of the woods and just like play their guitar.
With their amp?
Oh, does it need to be like plugged in?
It needs to be plugged in.
Yeah, I know how electronics work.
Do you have like one of those like batteries?
Yeah, like a whole like little Jackery battery pack that you
just
bring with you.
Exactly. I think maybe Ro will even like text the group chat like, "Hey, I'm jamming in the forest right now if anyone wants to hang out."
Cool.
I don't think I could bring a piano into the forest. That's what I text back.
What do the Petrovs do waking up Saturday morning, the day of their somewhat impromptu party?
We need to prep.
Yeah, party prep.
Organize the basement.
Yes. I think Eva gets very into the decorations.
What kind of decorations are you putting up? Is this like a Halloween party? So it's Halloween decorations, or is it more of just a party?
I assume, Jacob brought, like, Halloween decorations, and Eva helped Jacob put them up. But also, I definitely see her, like, taking, like, spooky antique stuff from, like, around the house to decorate the basement with.
Yeah. So there's, like, some, like, black, crepe crepe paper.
Creepy paper.
Yes, black crepe paper, and like it's not even like necessarily Halloween decorations. It's just the kind of things that you have as a family, like these beautiful black like lace, black lacy like tablecloths and like tablecloth runners that are put on kind of the various like there's like a like bar surface. I don't know what do you imagine? Do you have an idea for what the basement looks like? Do you think?
I kind of do.
Quinn can talk about it because I've never had a basement. I don't know what they look like.
Okay, so as somebody that has a Russian family who has a fleshed out basement, I was imagining just like, it's kind of like a living room / like den kind of ish kind of thing. Sorry, I'm saying kind of a lot.
Kind of is a good word.
It's-
Don't apologize for it.
Yeah.
Has like, you know those like glass bars in like one corner with like alcohol on it? Yeah, it has like windows off to that same side. Kind of like low ceilings a little bit, so Alex kind of has to dip his head down a little bit. But yeah, it has a TV, like a large flat screen TV on one side. Couches arranged in like a vague U formation,
Yeah.
like a
Yeah,
slanted U.
and there
kind
is
of
like
bowl.
a basement bar.
Mhm.
I like this because it's somewhat similar to my basement. I think there's probably like maybe there's bookshelves like inset to the wall, surrounding like kind of next to on either sides of the flat screen TV. Yeah, and like so Jacob pulls out a table that puts this kind of lacy tablecloths on and has like all sorts of like little like finger sandwiches and things that he's kept in the fridge. What time did you tell people to come over?
I thought it was like 7, 6.
Oh, I thought we said like 8.
So
7:30.
after dark.
Yeah.
Yes. Spooky.
Yeah. Spooky.
So yeah, there's kind of I think Jacob probably goes to the store early that morning to get extra supplies and is like, is this what you were thinking, Eva? And like shows like holds up like a pack of beer like.
Yes. Yes. If you think that's what is in now, yes.
Okay. Got lots of ice.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like pulls out like a little like cooler and fills it with ice and like puts the beer in it. So it's this really like nice, like beautiful like set table with then just like a cooler with
Coors Light.
beer in it.
Yes, this seems right.
Yeah. This will be fine.
Well, when you say it like that, okay.
I will be able to help when your friends are over, but I will also stay out of your hair.
Thank you, Jacob.
All right. You need anything else?
No. I think we're set.
He'll leave, and it's just you and your brother, 2 of you in the room.
I think Alex has just been outside the entire time. Alex has gotten really into like outside decorations.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
So like he's putting spider webs on Dad's bushes.
Vasily comes out with his gardening shears. He's got a little like floppy cap on. He's like, "Son, what have you done to my topiaries?"
There are spiders that live in them. No.
That is clearly not.
I hold up
Natural
a
spider web.
fake spider.
What is that?
It's a prop. I will take it down tomorrow.
All right.
Sorry, Dad.
I'll go work on.
I'll make sure.
I'll go work on a hedge in the back.
Yep. Don't step on the pumpkin.
Is this just a pumpkin? Are you making pie?
It's carved. No, it's carved. I made the little design, although...
What is that supposed to be?
I don't think you can... It's supposed to be a bat. It's a little bit more triangular now that I think about it.
He puts his hand on your back.
Eva's
He's like,
Eva's...
I think you should maybe stick piano as your artistic
I'm not a
skill.
very good artist. Yeah, anyways. See you later, Dad.
Alright.
Continue putting up various decorations. I'm not creative enough. Oh, I think the house also, you know how those like movement activated porch lights?
Oh, yeah?
I
I thought you were gonna say a movement activated like screaming skeleton or something.
No.
I
I don't think we would have the time.
Damn.
I don't think we would have the time, but I think Alex would like unscrew the regular white light bulbs and put in red ones.
You just find red light. Honestly, yeah. I think your mom had a bit of a photography phase, and so there was a bunch of like stuff assembled to make a dark room, or like it's not fully like it was a dark room and now it's like a storage closet that has dark room stuff in it. So you could definitely find some like funky light bulbs in there.
Yeah, we're doing that. We're doing red. Just driving home the theme.
What does Ren do?
Oh, fuck. I was not expecting me next. Well, I just closed my character sheet. But Ren, it's fine. I think Ren is going to spend the day painting in the shack, the little fishing shack that she lives in. She's gonna find some space on the wall and or the ceiling and start painting some stuff. Almost everything that she's already painted in here is very ocean themed, and this contributes to that theme. She's maybe going to paint some coral somewhere, except if you look at it from a certain angle, it's going to look a little bit like the flowers Eva was painting on her easel that Ren saw a few days ago.
What does Daisy May do? You wake up with dawn.
I think Daisy May is definitely aware that normally she's awake during the day and asleep at night. So I think she's gonna try and like flip her clock in a way and just like try and sleep all day.
How does she do that? Because you're in your little gnome form and you wake up and you're human. Do you turn back into your kind of gnome form, will yourself into your gnome form again, as you sometimes do when you're excited, or do you curl up just in your garden as you, human form?
I think she'll curl up and go back into her gnome form.
Okay. So, you wake up, and, you naturally wake up with the sun, and you're like, okay, no, I want to sleep through this day. So you sit down, and you're like, I'm going to go back to sleep. You're not going back to sleep. And so you're like, I'm gonna go back to sleep, and you pop into your little gnome form again. And you're like, well, I'm not asleep, but I am a gnome. So you kind of just shut your eyes and doze off.
I think she'll like move some like big leaves under a bush and try and like make a bed to see if like that has any other effect, like to help her sleep.
While lying down in animate form, or in...
She's gonna like move them over and then like lay down in her animate form, so she's sort of just like a gnome that's now in sleeping, like a curled up little fetal sleeping position.
Okay.
Under a bush.
Can you roll with dark for me, since you are using your supernaturalness? I just want you to make a roll with dark.
Okay. 4. Okay, so I rolled 2 4s, and then my dark is -1, so I'm at 7.
I think it's hard to force yourself to fall back asleep after a full night's sleep, but you do doze off, and then you wake up a little bit, and then you kind of doze off again, and eventually you wake up and you get the sense, you kind of have a good natural, internal clock, and it's maybe around like 1 p.m. And you kind of stand up, and you are still in your animated form.
I think I'll, at this point, go back to human form, and then go and gather my Halloween costume.
So you are like, okay, I'm gonna go back to my human form. And you have, like, okay, I'm gonna be human. And you look down and you're still a little gnome. You're like, okay, well, maybe that's just a weird fluke. You kind of shake your head, and I'm like, okay, I'm human. I'm awake. You just kind of take a little step back. Still about 2 feet tall. Got your little shuffle.
Oh my god. I'm stuck as a gnome.
What does Daisy May do?
I think she's gonna like sit there for a minute, staring, just like into space, like, what have I done? I think she's just gonna go, like, maybe I just need a moment, so I will just walk around and I'll give it a little bit of time. So I think she's gonna start just like walking around the neighborhood. Just start like probably staying kind of like in the gardens, trying not to attract attention, and kind of like a hopping from garden to garden, and if anyone walks by, just like freeze as a gnome in like different poses.
Yeah. It's Saturday on the school grounds. There's maybe a couple of people working in, like coming in to work on the weekends, but they're over in the admin buildings, and you're almost free to roam. I think we're gonna hold to follow Daisy May for a moment and go go check in on Jimena. What does he do waking up Saturday morning after falling asleep? I believe on her grandma's bed?
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct? Yeah, listening to some music. The package from your dad still next to you.
I think, okay, she wakes up and, like, is kind of, drowsy. And it's probably, 11 or 12 or something. Wakes up kind of late. Kind of realizes she fell asleep in her grandma's bed and, starts to clean up the mess she left before, the packaging and her phone is probably dead because it was playing music all night when she was asleep without being plugged in. So she goes to charge her phone. I think he spends most of, almost the entire few hours leading up to the party figuring out what costume he wants to wear. I think he goes through probably several different ideas. First, he's like, vampire. No, that's too cheesy. That's way too cheesy. And then he goes to, classic stuff. And then he finally settles on his costume.
And what costume is that?
Like a Frankenstein's monster-esque kind of thing. Plastic bolts, liquid latex to the sides of his neck, and then, green makeup, and, I think hair, down, but, teased through, so it's all big and puffy. And then, just kind of Frankenstein's monster, but super butch.
I'm into that. That would work so well with combat boots too. OMG.
Yeah. And then I think if Jimena has any extra time, when she goes to parties, she usually brings some kind of spooky shit, like Ouija boards or tarot cards or something. And she probably gets her tarot cards. And they're not real tarot cards. It's a deck of playing cards that she's painted over and did a bunch of random shit on. 'Cause it's easier to bullshit if it's stuff you make yourself, So she takes the cards and she makes another one that kind of looks like she just gets her paints out. And it's not good art. It's kind of messy. And she gets paint everywhere. But it's like a tangled rose bush with the reds, you can't tell what's roses or blood, and it's all messy. And then she writes in big blob letters indecision on it, and then gets ready to go to the party.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. So, is there anything else that people are doing to prepare for the party? Ro is in the woods.
Yeah, Ro spends the morning hanging out in the woods, and then in the afternoon is gonna go back to the apartment and get some groceries for the apartment, because I feel like Phil is not good at buying food for himself. So Ro is going to do that.
And I'll say, I think when you're in the forest, you're alone. No one responds to your text. Ray is maybe why the fuck would I do that? Where are you? What do you mean you're in the woods? But you're alone and not alone in the sense of sitting in your room at Phil's apartment. That is loneliness. When you're in the woods, alone. And there is but being alone doesn't mean you aren't surrounded. You feel the trees growing around you. You feel the sun breaking through the clouds and warming your cheek. You feel the moss growing in patches on the ground and in the trees. And you're alone, but you're not lonely. There is a sense of peace and familiarity there. When you've been, you had this talk with Ivy yesterday about feeling like you're between two worlds and you don't quite know where you fit in. Here in the woods, there's no one judging. There's no one asking you to be anything other than who you are. You're just Ro, playing their guitar in the woods.
Nice. Ro takes a huge morale boost from that.
And, then you do some groceries. Phil's not in. Phil's at work. But, gave, a little, thumbs up to your message about buying some beer. And, there's, in text messages, and then on the counter, there's, a little, post-it note that's just hey, don't know if I'll be able to ghost, or... Actually, no. There's probably no post-it note. Phil's not that organized. There is some loose change on the counter. And you're is that... Did he just forget to grab his money? But you get a text that's hey, not sure when I'll be home from work. There's some money if you want to get some things.
Okay. I text him back a thumbs up, and I'm I'll grab some groceries for the week. And then also I sent a follow-up text, I can't buy beer, right? I'm not 21? That is something you have to do.
He sends a text. Wait, you're not?
Oh my god. Ro takes a deep breath.
And then he's wait, shit. I've got a kid with staying with me?
Where do you think I go every day from 8 to 3?
School.
High school.
Oh!
Oh my god. This...
He's why do you want me to buy you beer? I'll do it. He's
I'm going to a party.
Okay. Don't drink and drive.
Never.
He's wait, when I'll be home at 6.
Okay, perfect. Party starts at 8.
So you go out and get regular groceries?
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah, it's a bunch of simple stuff that Ro can cook, but it's just pasta and things like that. But it's real food, so they don't have to eat pizza 4 nights a week.
Eggs.
Yeah.
And toast. Yeah. Phil comes home at 7:30. 7:31. And has what are those called when it's a whole bunch in a... Is it called a pack when it's in that plastic circle thing?
I have no clue.
Yeah, okay.
You mean the ones that
So you can get a pack of beer that's in a wood, a cardboard carrier, but then there's where it's all just attached by plastic.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
those are both...
I'm pretty sure a pack of beer is when it's 6, and then anything over that you would consider a case, unless it was 2 packs. But
yeah, so he has 2 packs of beer.
Okay.
I think, yeah, he has probably, 2 packs of beer and comes and, like, slams it on the counter. Is like, okay, I may have been a little misunderstood about the arrangement here with but you're under Ivy's care as much as you're under mine. So, like, I'll do a favor for her. So I'm fine that you're not 21. I want you to know that I'm not upset.
You're not kicking me out?
No.
Okay, great.
No.
Good to hear.
Yeah. Cause, like, you're like Ivy's son?
No,
Okay.
man, no. Did anyone tell you anything? I've been
At
here for
some
2
point.
weeks, man. Oh my god. Okay. Well, no. Ivy's my older sister. Older sister.
Yeah, she's, like, real old. Like, she's, like, millennia
I know.
old.
I know. I am 17 in human years,
Right.
and I go to high school.
Yeah. But you're, like, but you're not human. Like, why are you going to high school? Like, you could do so many cool things.
Because I am 17 and I live in the human world, so I go to high school.
Man, if I could go to Faye, I would just go there and, like, not have to, like work a job. live in an apartment.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's exactly what it's like, and I hope that someday you get to have that experience, Phil. Thank you for the beer. I'm gonna go.
Okay.
I
What
have
are you
food.
dressed
I'm a werewolf. Dude,
as?
what?
I've met werewolves. You don't look like a werewolf.
Okay.
They're, like, not furry. They just, like, look like human. So.
Okay, so I should go as myself and then say I'm a werewolf because I look normal. Phil,
Well,
I
if you
can't.
want to be more accurate to, like,
I can't talk to you right now. I need to go. There are groceries in the fridge and in the cupboard if you want to cook something tonight. But I don't recommend that because I don't really trust you around the stove.
I've not burned this place down yet. You, like, look over and there's, like, scorch marks on, like, part of the, like, ceiling.
Okay, yeah. Why don't, like, there's, like, leftovers in the fridge. So just, like, eat those and I'll cook tomorrow.
Okay, wow. Okay. Cool.
Okay. And
Don't drink and drive.
I will not do that. Can you drive?
Me? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well then, if I get too drunk, I'll call you. And
Okay.
could you pick me up?
I don't have a car. Did I just break Catherine?
Oh my god.
I really like to think that Phil made the same face Saffron made. It's just like, well.
Ro just says, I'll spend the night. If anything happens, I'll spend the night. Okay?
Okay.
I gotta go, man. Thank you for the beer.
Did Ro in character burst out laughing?
No, I think Ro just, like, sort of, like, looked at Phil in, like, utter disbelief. Like, how do you exist? How are you a real guy?
Yep. He has a scooter.
Oh my god.
His little moped.
I'm obsessed with this trash fire of a man. Oh man. Okay, then yeah. Ro heads for the party.
So, little Daisy May, you're running around. Are you just taking a loop around the block, hoping your animate form will wear off?
Yeah. Pretty much.
Well, you do a loop. And you come back and you're maybe have a little more of a glow to you. You don't really sweat when you're made of porcelain, but you do have a bit more of a glow.
Okay. How many, like, residential houses would you say are, like, right by the school?
Kind of down the hill on this block, there's maybe 5.
Okay, do any of them have a skateboard that's just, like, unattended in the front?
One of the houses does have, like, kind of, like, they do have a fence around it, because they have young kids, and there's all sorts of toys always in the hallway, or in the hallway, in the lawn outside. But there is a little chain link front fence with a little gate door. That's maybe about a 3 foot high. It's like a chest level gate.
Okay. Daisy May is going to steal the skateboard, take it back to the school, put her cowgirl hat on the skateboard, because that's kind of all there is left.
Okay. You just said, I'm gonna just steal the skateboard, and glossed over that, like I was just gonna let that happen. I want you to describe in detail how little gnome form Daisy May is going to break into this house to steal a skateboard.
Okay, so you said that the fence is like 30 feet high.
The gate is. The fence is like...
Or the gate.
6 feet.
Yeah, the gate.
Not
that's the important part.
High. The fence is higher.
Okay, so she's gonna go up to the fence and just start like hopping and try and like... I would assume there's some sort of a latch on it if this house has like little kids.
Yeah.
So she's gonna try and like hop to like undo the latch. And then
I would say this
gate.
is physical. This is Sure. Just okay. Roll with volatile. Just roll to see how you do.
I got a 6, and then another 6, and then I have 2 for volatile, so I'm at 14.
You smash open this gate. You're trying to hop over it. You actually like shoulder check it and just swings open. You like feel one of the hinge kind of like Dwee! It's open.
Oh my god. Okay, and then I think she's gonna freeze for a moment to be like, did anyone hear or see that? Because that was a lot more than I thought I was gonna do. And if no one is there, she's gonna run over to the skateboard.
Yeah, there's a skateboard there. There's a couple racer scooters.
I think a skateboard would be easier to manage as a little 2-foot-tall gnome. And she's gonna just like hop. Okay, I'm trying to think. Skateboards are usually like 2 or 3 inches off the ground, right?
Yeah, there's wheels.
Yeah. That's like a good 1/6 of her body. No. Like a good 1/8 of her body. Okay, that's not bad. So she's gonna like lay down on it and kind of like use one leg and one arm to try and like move it forward.
Okay, yep. I think you can do that. You still have some like adrenaline coursing through your little gnome body. So, you definitely, I'd say you can push this skateboard wherever you want it to go.
So she's gonna take it back to the garden. We're gonna put the cowgirl hat on it.
And the cowgirl hat is human sized.
Yes, it is human sized. That's why we need the skateboard. I think it'll be upside down, and then she'll put just like a red flannel in it. So it's like inside the hat on the skateboard. Where does
Daisy keep her clothes?
I was thinking about this. I'm thinking
she has a locker in school.
Yeah, but how would she get into the locker? on the weekends if it's locked.
Yeah.
Like the school is.
I'm gonna say you've been at the school long enough. You know the code. You've
Okay.
watched people, and they haven't changed the code. Like, they maybe change the code every year, but you're stand in this garden. You watch people go past. You're able to, you can see the little code that they put in to,
Beautiful. Yeah. There's nothing in my locker except for clothes. So I guess she'll skate over to the school, wherever the building with the lockers is. What are the odds that Daisy May has a bottom locker?
Roll a dice right now. Odds, it's on the bottom. Evens, it's on the top.
I got a 3.
So it's on the bottom. You could access it.
So she's gonna go to her locker, open it, get out her cowgirl hat, get out her flannel shirt, and then she'll go back over to her garden, and she definitely, like, buried in the corner of her garden has just, like, a bottle of whiskey. She couldn't keep that in her locker, but if it was in the garden, someone would probably just think, oh, some kids, and then she'd just have to go through the trouble of, like, getting a new one. So she grabs that, shakes some of the dirt off of it, drags that bottle of whiskey that's probably the size of her.
I love this. All of this imagery is amazing.
Oh man, she's gonna, like, put that on top of the skateboard, and then she's gonna just start, like, moving her way towards the Petrov's house. All of this is just, like, a game plan of, let's just, like, it's gonna take me way longer to get there since I'm literally 2 feet tall, so I'm gonna try and
Do you know where the Petrov's house is? Ro told you about the party. Did Ro forward on the information last night?
Did Ro?
I think so. I mean, there's no reason that Ro would assume you know where they live. And if Alex, if Alex was sending, like, paragraphs of, like, the information, Ro would have just, like, copy and pasted.
Good.
And just to Daisy May or the whole garden club? The invitation was just extended to Daisy May?
I'm here to cause problems, so yes, it was sent to the entire gardening club.
Perfect.
Yes.
That is the right answer.
There are no wrong answers.
But that is
there
an
are
answer
definitely
that
right
makes me
answers.
very happy. Cool.
I think Daisy May has definitely, like, read it, like, last night, and then, or, like, this morning at some point when she was in human form, and now is just, like, has lived in the area for long enough that she, like, knows the area, so she knows, like, where the house is, so she doesn't need her phone or, like, a map or anything. And now I think she's just gonna, like, lay down on, like, the back half of the skateboard, so her back legs are, like, hanging off the back, and just kind of try and run and steer the skateboard down and go to the Petrovs and try and buy as much time as possible to hopefully, like, maybe I'll turn back into a human at some point on the way, or maybe I'll have the ability to will it to happen.
Yeah, you skate over, you skate to the Petrovs. It's gonna take a while, but you're on your way. So Ro is driving. Daisy May's on her stolen skateboard.
Yeah, Ro is gonna text the Palace of the Dead group chat and ask if anybody needs a ride.
Ooh, does anyone need a ride? Ray is like, I'm carpooling with Alicia. They're like, I'm all good.
Jimena would reply and say, if there's space, I'll totally take it.
Hell yeah.
It takes Jimena 5 minutes to send that text.
Relatable. Mr. Campbell is offered to drive Ren, and so around 6. It's like, well, I think he makes dinner. Makes a good he makes a pasta dish. It's probably, pretty simple, spaghetti and meatballs, but it's like, all right, eat up. Can't go to a party on an empty stomach.
Okay. Are you still good with driving me and our car that apparently works? Okay. Cool.
It's a party, right? Just a party?
Yeah, just a party.
Okay. I know kids have those themed parties, especially around Halloween.
No, I don't think it's that. I think they just said it was a party at 8 p.m. Yep. Cool. Yeah. Thanks for driving me. I appreciate it.
Of course. And, yeah, when he's like, all right, you ready to go? Need to get...
Oh, I'll go get my bag, and I'll go get my backpack. Like, I don't know, put my phone in that. Ren doesn't know what you're supposed to bring to a party, but it's with school friends. So Ren's bringing school things, like her backpack.
Oh my god.
And her phone, and she'll take something off the shelf and put it in the bag, and like grab her books and put it in the bag, like she's getting ready for school. Ren's going to see their school friends, so they see no reason why they shouldn't bring their school stuff.
Right, so Mr. Campbell's like, okay,
I'm ready.
Yep, got the address?
Yes. And I will open it and start giving directions.
Puts it in his GPS. Okay. And he starts driving, and it's like after like a minute or so, he's like, you can put on music.
Yeah. Okay. What kind of music do you want to hear?
There's a CD player.
I don't have. Oh, do I have CDs? I don't know if I have CDs.
Oh,
I have DVDs. Do DVDs work in CD players?
No.
Oh, that's sad because they're kind of the same shape. But okay.
There's
I can turn it on my phone.
I don't. It's not. I'm not good at connecting that. I haven't figured. There's that's tech stuff. That's confusing.
Yeah, I don't know either. But I can make the phone play it.
Yeah, you can do that. There's some CDs in there if you want to look through them.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll look through them, and I'll open, I assume, the glove compartment or something.
Yeah,
and start fiddling.
There's a lot of there are some older, Disney movie soundtracks. But
what are these from? Oh my gosh! I'll pull it out and just be stacking them on my lap.
There's The Lion King. There's
oh my gosh,
the Disney mixes where they have all sorts of songs on there.
No way. Where did you get these? Are these movies too, or are they just songs?
No, they're songs.
They're songs. Okay. And I'll pick the most colorful one I find in the pile and put it in the CD player.
Yeah, and there's music starts playing, and it's super it's really sweet, just upbeat, happy, cheerful music.
Brent's having a blast. This is all very exciting. And she wishes there was a movie associated with these songs, but assumes that these songs exist independently because they are, in fact, on CDs.
But you do notice that while Mr. Campbell is smiling, there is a little, just a little bit of glint, a shine to his eyes, and he kind of is he gives a kind of extra big sniff.
Oh, hey, did you want me to? I'll stop the player.
What's wrong?
I just thought it might be good to change it to a different one. Because I was getting a little bit... I'm so curious about so many of these, so I figured maybe we could change it.
Yeah. Play any music you want.
Okay.
She liked
And
that
I'll
one.
try to... Yeah?
Yeah.
I do too. I'll pick a more current one that I think is probably from, more recent stuff, so it won't have
All
the
of this stuff
association.
is from... They're all old CDs
It's
from
all old CDs.
7 years ago. He's like, don't stop playing it. Keep playing it. Whatever you want. That one's a good one. You should play that one.
What's your favorite? We've got The Lion King, and so this one's from Sleeping Beauty. That's pretty good. Sleeping Beauty.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah, okay. I'll put that in and stuff.
And he kind of, stays quiet the rest of the drive, but...
Okay. Ren was really, really, really excited for the music, but now just feels a little bit bad about it.
Has he mentioned his daughter at all?
I think Ren is aware, but does not pry. And that is the furthest that conversation
It's clear
has
that there
ever
was
gone.
someone else once in this house alongside, but is no longer there. Someone like you, someone. There was pillows and blankets and all sorts of things that young girls like already in his house, ready to help set up a room for you. And you kind of know that must have come from someone.
Yeah. And I think Ren is aware of the room that it came from and does not go in there.
And he drops you off, and it's like,
Hey.
Have fun, kiddo.
I will.
And you text me when you're ready to come home.
Yeah, and I'll open my phone, which now has, other numbers listed, because we got Roe Nielsen and A and some other people. And I'll flip it around and be like, look, I have other people. I have other people too. So I could text them too, just in case. But I'll text you first, because I know that's what I'm supposed to do. And safety and consent's important, and go understand what makes other people happy. I'm wanting.
That's exactly what it is.
And I'll lean over and pull him in for a hug and say,
Kind of gives you, some good sturdy pats on the back.
hey, thanks.
We'll be ready to pick you up anytime you need. You don't, it can be 20 minutes later.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
Okay. Kind of waits till you get up and ring the doorbell, and
I turn around and wave as I ring the doorbell and then turn around and wave very enthusiastically.
Waves back and waits to make sure you're inside before he pulls away. Does Ren make sure to show up exactly on time?
Yes.
Ren is the first one.
Ren's standing at the door those are some very rotund bushes.
With spider webs on them.
I wonder how the spiders did that. That's a very unusual pattern for a spider to make a web.
As she approaches, the porch light glows red.
Ah!
I had to do it once.
We really shift between emotions on this show really quickly. Yeah. And the doorbell rings, and
What does this house look like for my own personal reference?
this is
I'd imagine
big spooky house, I think.
Okay.
wooden.
Ren standing at the doorstep, kind of like sees a little puddle off to the side, like splashes it a tiny bit with the rain boots that are still very much on her feet. Yeah, and waits.
Yeah, you ring the doorbell, and I think the person who answers it pretty quickly is, you see this, kind of, lanky man.
Oh, I recognize him, don't I?
You do recognize him.
So I think the first thing Ren does is try to see if he recognizes her at all. Just briefly.
He opens the door and kind of looks around and goes, hello? You're one of the guests. Welcome.
Yeah. Hi. I am wearing my overalls and a purple t-shirt and rain boots.
Kind of looks at you with slight... You're not sure if it's curiosity or confusion. But he kind of smiles and kind of bows his head and goes, I think they're setting up downstairs.
Uh-huh.
Can I get
Implying
you?
that I should walk there. Okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get you anything? A drink?
No. No, I'm okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
There's also plenty of stuff downstairs.
Okay. So
He kind of looks at you, squints his eyes again a little bit, like. Hi. Have you been over before?
No, I've never been to anyone's house before.
It's kind of like, I don't know how to respond to that.
Don't worry about it. So I should go downstairs?
Yep.
Like now?
Yep.
Okay. And Ren will take off the rain boots before she goes walking inside because she is not a monster. She knows to take off her shoes when she goes inside. And will start walking down the stairs. Like, still humming a song from Sleeping Beauty, a little bit freaked out and trying to... I don't know any of the song tunes, but just kind of like, okay, this is fine.
Ro, you're driving to pick up Jimena.
Yep. Ro is blasting music and probably we'll mix it up. It's the Foo Fighters at a volume that is way too loud, and remembers where he dropped off Jimena the last time that she was in his car. So they pull up outside of Jimena's grandma's house, and then texts her like, "Hey, I'm outside."
Jimena's like probably in the middle of like gathering and cleaning up the mess she made earlier, trying to figure out what she was gonna wear when she gets a text. And she looks at it and goes, "Fuck!" And she like hovers around, make sure everything's like slightly okay before she goes to the door. Spends a second like, okay. And then she opens the door, walks out, locks up. Hey, hi.
Yo, what's up?
Nothing. How are you? Hi. And then like Jimena goes up to the car door and opens it.
Ro like looks over at Jimena and goes, "Sick costume. I love that. Are you like Frankenstein?"
Pretty much, yeah. Because of the
Dope.
yeah. What are you? Are
Yeah.
you
I'm a werewolf.
sick? That's sick.
Thank you. My roommate said that it was lame because apparently werewolves look like normal people, but he's lame and wrong.
It's true.
So,
because like, what's the fun in dressing like a normal person?
exactly. You get it.
Jimena, like, climbs in. She's a bit less nervous this time. She's not all scrunched up. But, like, it's still definitely has a bit of nerves.
Ro is having a great time, and just, like, turns down the music, like, a little bit so that they can communicate, and then, like, gets out the map to, like, see where he needs to go from there, like, to get to Alex and Eva's place.
Do you want me to, like, hold the map and, like, tell you where to go or something without you, driving?
Yeah, I mean, I can, like, totally do it myself, but actually, that would be super helpful. Yeah, thank you.
And then Jimena, like, takes the map. I learned how to do this when I drove around with my grandma. She was the exact same way.
Listen, maps are, like, it's, like the best way to get around. It's handy. It never fails because, like, your Wi-Fi or, like, your data can't cut out or whatever. I mean, here's the thing. My dad and I spend, like, a ton of time in national parks and, like, forests and stuff, and there's no cell service out there. So you really just have to, like, use a map all the time. And so, like, why would I use a map in, like, one place when I could just use a map everywhere and then, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm more of a, like, phone person myself, but that definitely makes sense. Oh, right here. Take it right here. Take it right here.
Bro just, like, slams on the brake and then turns the wheel really sharp, and so they just, like, drift around the corner.
Oh, okay. Oh, God. Okay. Left. In, like, the second one. Not this upcoming one. Don't take this one.
Okay.
The next one.
Okay, I got it. Yeah, up by the light?
Yeah.
Okay, sick.
So, Alex and Eva, are you downstairs? Are you getting ready up in your room? What do you think you're doing right as it's turning 8 p.m.?
I think Alex is already downstairs. Already got his costume on.
That works. I was imagining Eva was, like, getting ready so that she could, like, descend down the stairs when people arrive.
So you hear the doorbell ring and the door open and Jacob answer it. But you don't really hear like the sound of voices and, you know, lots of talking, so you kind of are like, is this the moment to descend? What would Eva do then of just hearing, like, maybe just kind of hearing Jacob's voice downstairs?
She'll wait until, like, she doesn't, like, hear Jacob, and then wait, like, a few more minutes, and then assume they're probably down in the basement because Jacob probably told them to go or led them down, and then, she figures Alex is either on his way or down there already, so then she'll go down to the basement.
So, Ren, you walk down to the basement to find... Well, what does Ren find Alex doing?
Alex is, like, just, like, setting up final things, just, like, putting snacks onto the table or something like that. Ah, Ren. Hi.
Hi. Ren has never looked so uncomfortable or out of place in any place we've seen her yet. Hi. Is Alex wearing a costume?
Yes.
What is Alex wearing?
Imagine Popeye the Sailor, except, like, you know the Russian striped sailor shirts?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that.
And just, like, really...
It's a shirt that's way too tight for him, too.
Yeah, you can really see... You're like, oh, like, Alex is a strong dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't really notice it most of the time based in, like, you know, what his sister kind of picks out for him is a bit more flowy, a bit more... This is like, oh, he's got muscles. And not in a way that you at all find appealing or interesting. Nope. But just in a like, out. Oh wow, maybe he, like, Brent, you know people work out. It's like, oh, you didn't know that?
Ah, a person that works out.
Yes. Yeah.
Alex is kind of like still ducking his head a little bit.
Hi. Your outfit's cool.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. It's for the party tonight.
Oh, were we supposed to wear special outfits? I don't have a shirt like that.
Oh, no, you're fine. Everybody was just supposed to, like, come in whatever, but it is a little bit of a Halloween party. So,
a what?
Do you not know about Halloween?
Not really. I'm aware that it is a day. I don't really know what happens on that day.
Oh,
do you
so
wear striped shirts and put spider webs on bushes?
No. You saw the decorations outside, right? So Halloween
I just thought they were really weird spiders.
No, those are fake.
Oh, that makes so much more sense. Okay, why would you buy fake spiders? Continue.
So people put decorations on outside their houses and, like, try and scare other people.
Oh, why would you want to scare?
Because Halloween's supposed to be like a scaring holiday. It's like trick or treat. That's a whole big thing. Like, you know?
Okay, like a fun scary.
Yes, like a fun scary.
Okay.
I've heard in the past that there was a very scary holiday, like back a century ago. But, like, that's because other family has told me.
Okay. And so it's not Halloween today, though.
It's not Halloween today.
Okay.
It's Halloween 2 days from now, but we're having a Halloween party today.
Oh, so there was a theme. Dang it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fine.
Wait, so do I need oh no. And Ren will look at, like, the overalls and this is just what they wear.
Listen, you look like you look like a little like a farming person.
But this is just what I wear normally.
I mean, you still have some sort of theme. You look like yourself.
Wait. So do you dress up like anything?
Yeah.
This is the best holiday.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh man. Okay. Well, I guess I have to think of a costume. But I like your sailor.
Thank you. I think Eva should be coming down any moment. I don't know her costume.
Is there any is Rose coming? Or are there...
Rose coming. Everybody's coming. It should be.
Oh, okay.
I hope so.
You hear the doorbell ring.
Oh.
I think, Eva, you're like, okay, now it's been enough time, and you start to descend the stairs, and you hear the doorbell ring.
She's already descending. It's whatever. I think she probably heard, like, Alex talking to someone, so she's like, well, someone's here. So she'll descend down.
So do you open the door?
Yes. To the basement.
Oh.
I think Jacob's probably gonna lead me. I think she told Jacob to, like, tell people to come to the basement.
Okay. So she heads down to the basement even though the doorbell just rang?
Yeah, she doesn't care.
Oh, okay, cool. So, yeah, Jacob kind of was like, I'll get it, and goes to open the door, and you head on down, and you see Alex and you see Ren in the basement.
Hi.
Eva.
I thought there would be more people.
No, just me.
It's like 8:05 right now.
Well, thank you, Ren, for having the decency to come on time.
Yeah, you're welcome. Is Eva also wearing a costume?
Yes. Eva's not, like, open about this, but she is very into various media as long as it has vampires in it. So she is she's dressed as Kanaya Merriam from Homestuck.
Great.
Oh no!
Who here knows Homestuck?
I read like part of it in middle school.
I've never read Homestuck, but I know everything that word entails.
Help. Same.
I'm just like nodding my head like, I trust you guys. Sure, she's probably great.
Great. I think Red will look at her and be like, I like your costume. Very fun, scary. Happy Halloween.
Thank you, Ren.
You're welcome.
Are you wearing a
My
costume?
normal clothes. I didn't know I had a costume.
Do you want a costume?
You have You have extras?
Well, no, but
Oh.
I think we could probably find you something.
Okay, because if you have
I
like
don't
a
think
frying pan and a
anything-
purple shirt, I have an idea.
Yeah, we have frying pans.
Okay, could I borrow your frying pan for like an hour? Maybe more than an hour. I don't know how long parties go.
Okay, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you hear on the stairs kind of coming down, you're like, hello? And you see Alicia in with a big red bow in her hair and a little pink dress, dressed as Blossom from the Powerpuff Girls. And behind her, you see Ray, who is dressed like Buttercup, and you see someone that you don't know as well, but you do know is kind of like the third of this pair, Yasmin, but she is kind of smiling a little bit awkward in the back. And Ray's like, Hey, thanks.
Hi.
Thanks
Hello.
for having us.
Thank you for coming. Nearly on time.
Thank you for coming. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we're a bit early.
No.
No.
You're a little late.
Yeah, Ro mentioned playing music, so I have drums in the back of my car. Should I?
I think Ro was mentioning like playing music from like a speaker.
That is
Oh, maybe I got a bit confused. They were talking about like playing guitar earlier and like bringing their amp, so cool. Well, we can just chill in here.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll wait for more people to come get in.
Cool.
I don't know.
They kind of
Please go.
like walk over and grab like a beer or two, and they're like, cool, okay, hey, and like
Cool.
Alicia kind of comes over to you and is like, hey, I like your costume. You didn't tell me you read
Thank you.
Homestuck.
Yeah,
It's
I like vampires.
okay, yeah. I guess I don't usually associate Homestuck with, like, that's the vampires the first thing I associate with Homestuck, but
Well, the good parts.
I love I learn something new about you every day.
Thank you. I learn new things about you too, Alicia.
Yeah, and the doorbell starts ringing. There's more people are slowly coming in. Ren, you're kind of watching these people kind of form groups. Really, all three of you are kind of watching the jazz band slowly spill into this house.
Oh boy.
And they're not really people that you know. They're people that, you know, Ray will wave to, and they all know each other. But Ren, you're kind of pushed off to the side, and well, what exactly, Alex and Eva? How exactly do you respond to these guests in your house that you don't really know well?
First things, he was not like a very sociable or quote unquote good host. She will, as people are like coming in, she's gonna just like leave and she's gonna go to the kitchen to get Ren her frying pan. And she'll come back and give that to them. But
Jacob's between opening the door, he's kind of plating some stuff in the kitchen. Goes, should I bring this down now? I have
guests are arriving.
I've got things of Jell-O, so I had some Jell-O shots, which is something kids do.
Oh.
Okay. I know what those are.
I'll teach you, or someone else will teach you who's not your guardian.
Okay.
Are your parents? Do you know if they want to make an introduction, or?
I don't know. Do you think they would want to?
I hope for your sake they don't.
Okay.
Just because I know it can be awkward to have parents hovering around at parties.
That seems smart. I've never really... You know this, I haven't hosted my own party. This is different from parties back home.
Yeah. I've also never hosted a party this big. So.
I think you've done a really great job, and I am thankful for your help.
Really appreciate that, Eva.
Okay, thank you. I'm taking this frying pan. Also the little sandwiches.
Oh, okay. What does Alex do?
Alex is the complete opposite. He's mingling with everybody, just like handing out drinks, making sure everyone's good. Like, even with the people he doesn't know that well, he's just like, hey, I know you. You're the trombone player.
Yeah. Yeah, you know section, you work more closely with some sections of the band than others. But you also see, there's people here who aren't part of the band. You actually see Rex, who is in the garden club. You recognize the curly blonde hair, the smile, the freckles. You know that he's Josh's cousin. But
I'm
you don't
avoiding
see Josh
him.
around. Oh, you go up to him?
No, I avoid him. I know him from a different thing, and no. Doing my best to not be around him.
And Rex is really friendly. He's getting along with everyone, and yeah. When do you think Ro and Jimena show up?
Well, Ro sort of as a policy shows up to parties fashionably late, but they are also driving like a maniac, so like 8:15, 8:20-ish.
Yeah. You get there, you can hear, as you approach walk up the front, you see these spider webs covering things. There's a chill in the air now that it's evening. And, the waning moon? I can never remember. It's getting smaller.
Waning.
The waning moon there's clouds that are passing overhead. There's a little bit of, moonlight filtering in. And you hear there's wide open, these big windows, and the curtains are, pulled open, so you see the warm light from the house spilling, and you hear the sounds of conversation as there's people kind of hanging out in the lobby section of the house. And the door, you don't even have to knock, it's unlocked, and people are just kind of coming on in.
Ro, pulls up to the street, and then, looks and, turns their car off, and then looks up at the house and goes, okay, this is the Palace of the Dead. You should get a picture of this. I'm gonna get a picture of this because this should be our album cover.
100%. I'm getting a picture right now.
Man, this is sick. This looks like it's gonna be super fun.
Yeah. The cobwebs are a choice, but it's fun and the house looks great.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Can you grab my amp and I'll take in, or actually, no, can you grab the beer and I'll take the amp? It's sort of gonna double as a speaker.
I'm gonna, goes to wherever the beer is.
Yeah, it's, in the back seat. And Ro grabs just their amp and, the actual cord for it and not the battery pack. And, the mess of, cords that they have to, need to, plug it into their phone. And, they head inside.
Yeah, you're met with, oh, hey, Ro, oh,
So,
thanks for the invite,
no problem, man.
Lots of friendly faces. How well does Ro remember names?
Terribly. So bad. Lots of dudes and bros and mans, because Ro does not know who any of these people are.
And they kind of do blend together, the acne, the awkward, the clothes that don't fit quite right, and kids who are tall and lanky, and kids who still have a bit of baby face to them. Everyone's all over the place because this is high school. And you can already see, as people, you're walking in, some people are like, oh yeah, most people are downstairs. But I think there's a living room kind of off the main hall that some people have they've came in, and then they're just went down, maybe grabbed a beer, and then came back up and are sitting in the living room.
Ro is sort of going ahead, sort of leading Jimena down, and
does Jimena
down
follow?
to the basement.
Does Jimena follow? Yes.
Yeah, and then they go down to the basement and try to find Alex or a girl that looks like him, because Ro remembers that Alex has a sister.
I think Alex is easy to find.
Yeah, Alex
He's
is the
tall.
center of the crowd right now.
Yeah, so Ro just sort of waves over at Alex to get his attention.
Just see Ro walk in and walk over immediately. Hey, welcome.
Yo, what's up? Sick house.
Nice costume.
Thank you. Yeah, I fucking love what's going on here. I love your costume, man. Sick.
Yeah.
You look great.
Yeah, you look like a werewolf. That's sick. One of those
Thank you. This is a long story, but I'm really glad that you dig my costume.
Have you seen what we do in the shadows? You look like one of the werewolves from that.
No.
It's cool.
I have not seen this movie, but maybe I will. Maybe I will.
Me too.
Okay.
My sister showed it to me once.
Yeah, actually, well, we should, like, set up the music and shit, but I haven't met your sister, man. This party is, like, looking like a rager, so...
There's an outlet, like, right there.
Oh, yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay, sick. And Ro, like, glances over at, like, Jimena, who's presumably still there also, and it's like, I brought beer. Where should I put that?
Yeah, there's a cooler right there. Oh, hi, Jimena.
Hey.
Welcome.
Yeah, it's a pretty dope
Didn't
place
see you
here.
behind. Thank you. A nice costume. That's Frankenstein's monster. I think I read that book.
Yeah, I didn't read it, but the look is kind of serving, so...
Yeah, it's cool.
Yours looks pretty good too, by the way. I didn't know you had muscles.
I usually dress more like, kind of flowy, I guess.
It looks good on you, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. You look sick. You're fucking ripped.
Don't really try hard to do this, but yeah, I guess. Thank you.
Damn, it's even more impressive. Okay, so I've got, like, a playlist set up.
Yeah.
So I'll just put that on.
Perfect.
Yeah, so, like, Ro spends, like, a couple minutes, like, hooking everything up, because there's, like, a bunch of, like, cords and, like, adapters that are involved, and, eventually, like, starts playing music, and basically, like, what's coming out of the speaker is, like, one of those, like, mixes on YouTube of, like, generic alt-rock, but, like, it's all songs that, like, Ro is carefully curated, but, like... it's really just sort of like low background music for the party.
While Ro's doing that, Jimena like takes the beers over to the cooler and like pops them out one by one into the cooler.
Where do you think Eva comes back down with the frying pan and
Oh yeah, definitely.
where's Ren been in all of this?
In a corner. Ren does not know what to do, and there's a lot of people here. I think Ren waves at Ro, and then maybe just kind of like, yeah, hangs. Ren occasionally tries to say hi to people, and I think half the time they just don't hear her, and she's just like, okay, and then just kind of keeps vibing, but kind of casually maybe talks to someone that she knows from art class, but she's doing her best.
Ro will absolutely go hang out with Ren if he sees her wave at him.
Yeah, Ren maybe comes over and helps start setting up the amp, but puts all the chords in the wrong places unless Ro says something.
Ro just like very, very calmly just like undoes everything that Ren does and puts it back together like the right way.
Daisy May with Ro is Ro with Ren.
Yes. This is a really cool little box thing. I like it.
Yeah, it's my amp. It's like I got a couple years ago for my birthday. Tried and true.
Hey.
A little worn, but she does the job.
Right.
Sick costume.
Oh, yeah.
What are you?
Me. Currently. Eva's
like that.
gonna help with that. I forgot my costume.
No, it's
but,
kind of like meta. Like to go as yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I like your wolf costume.
Yes! Literally, I am being, like, so fucking vindicated tonight. Literally, I had just,
I'm
had
glad.
an argument with, like, the guy I live with, and he was like, werewolves look like normal people. They don't have, like... And I'm like, okay, well, nobody's...
I don't think that's true.
Exactly. I mean, like, also, they're wolves.
I think...
Like, they're werewolves. They don't
Yeah.
look like people. They're werewolves.
No, they don't. They have to look like
Anyway,
wolves.
you get it.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay. Yeah.
I get it.
How's the party?
I think
Thank
you look
you.
great. I don't know. I've never been to a party before, but it's there's a lot of people.
Yeah, it's fucking rager.
And they all seem happy. They seem happy.
This is a banging party. I've been here for like 2 minutes. Do you want a drink? Or, like, there's water.
I'm okay.
Too.
There's water? Yeah, I could have water.
Sick. Ro goes and gets like
Cool.
a
Thanks,
couple of solo cups, and Ro cracks a beer and puts it in his cup, and then gives Ren the cup of water.
Thanks. Is that Jimena? The other singer person? I don't know if I've ever met her.
Yeah, you should totally meet Jimena, because we're all in the same band. Holy shit, the whole band is
Yeah.
here. Because I think I saw Ray. Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, no, I think they're over there.
Yeah, sick. Okay, here, follow me. And I, like, go wave down
Okay.
Jimena to introduce Ren and
Jimena's
Jimena.
probably already talking up people with the tarot cards, like doing lame little magician tricks and being like, you know, it's almost Halloween. It's kind of the perfect time to ask tarot cards your future. I'll do it. $5. No deal. Like, quick reading. It'll take a quick second, and you'll get to know how your senior year turns out.
There's a couple people kind of like eye each other, like don't really know. Like, you don't really know these people. You're not in band, and there's a couple people who are like, I think I'm good, thanks.
Your loss.
But you do, this one guy kind of comes over and is like, I'll get a tarot reading.
Okay. Hell yeah. Got a place you want to sit down?
Want to go? I mean, it's a bit quieter upstairs.
Yeah, sure. Let's go.
And you recognize this is one of the boys who was helping out in the garden yesterday when you talked to Daisy May. And he's got like a couple of people who are kind of like just kind of following him around because they seem to like know him and not anyone else. So you kind of get like a little group that follows you up to the living room, where there's also like a couple of the trumpet players are sitting up there as well. And he's like, I'm Rex, by the way. I don't know if we've met before.
I feel like I've seen you around. My name's Jimena.
Yeah. I think I've like heard that you've done like magic before, right? Like,
Yeah, it's kind of my thing.
okay, this is cool. Like, yeah, I want to get my fortune read. Let's.
Alright. So Jimena like finds a table and sits down in front of it. If there's a couch in front of the table, she doesn't sit on the couch, she sits on the floor. Okay.
Yeah, there's definitely a couch.
And she like spreads
little,
her
like, coffee
cards
table.
out and she starts shuffling in like the showy way as she looks at him. Do you have any specific questions or do you want just something general?
Yeah. What's my English assignment grade gonna be like?
Alright.
Am I gonna fail that class?
That's simple. It's simple. Jimena like takes the deck. I'm just gonna draw one card so we can just figure out what the deal is and like immediately, okay? She like fishes around in the middle of the deck, goes for one card, shakes her head a little bit, goes like a couple cards down and fishes it out. And it's a hand-drawn card that looks like a hammer going down on a gavel really hard with those little like action marks indicating like a slam. And it says judgment. And she like winces like, ooh, this isn't a bad card before I say anything, but it definitely, I'm getting vibes that like it's not gonna go as well as you think it will. Like, the grading on this one is probably gonna be way harsher than before.
Wait, okay, like, what does that mean, like, long term?
Long term? I think that if the teacher hands you a rubric, you probably should stick to the rubric.
Oh, whoa. Okay, yeah. That's a bummer.
Definitely probably no Sparks notes either. Because, like, this one, it means all or nothing. You're in or you're out. And that's probably not a great idea to use a summary on an English paper.
Bit rude of you to assume I only use Sparks Notes.
I've met, like, tons of people who use Sparks Notes, okay? I'm just looking out for your well-being here, my friend.
Okay. Well, that's, I guess, what you do. So, thank you.
Hey, because this one's a little bit negative, you don't have to pay me anything. Just consider it a bit of free advice.
Oh, okay. Wait, yeah, I had to pay? I mean, I'll pay.
No, hey.
Okay.
Hey, forget the thing.
I thought you were just doing party tricks.
Forget the thing about paying before. Okay? You did have to pay, but now you don't. So don't even worry about it.
I think it's taken a while for Daisy May to scoot up. Or not skate up. I'm so used to saying scoot. But I think you you make it to the address. It's this large, looming house, especially in your small gnome form.
Okay. Daisy May 100% is first gonna notice the topiaries and just sort of like get distracted a little bit looking at them. So we're just like, oh, okay, someone's clearly new to this, but they're doing good. And then I think she's gonna try and will herself back into human form.
Roll with dark again. Just want to see what happens.
Got a 5.
You are a gnome. You're not asleep, but you can feel you're starting to stiffen a little. Your body is resisting being up this late, being this far away from your garden. You are in your animated form, you're in your grotesque form, but you do take 1 harm.
Okay.
There are consequences of pushing against the magic that made you.
Oh, shit.
Is there any earthly chance Ren would notice Daisy May outside?
Well, I was about to ask, what is Daisy going to do?
I think she's going to try and like hide the skateboard and things under / like in a bush. And then I would assume she can like hear the noise of the party.
There's actually a little like, the way the steps go up is that there's windows that you can look into the living room. And you see some people in there.
I think she's gonna like wander around to see inside the party, see who's there.
Yeah,
what's happening.
You peer in and you see some of your gardening club members. You see Rex, you see Priya, and you see them talking to Jimena.
I think Daisy is gonna walk up and try and like kick the door.
Kick the front door open?
No, just like kick it so someone will open it, and I guess if it goes open, that's fine too.
Okay. So you kick at the door as like a way to knock on it. You're not trying to kick it open.
No.
Okay.
Just trying to get someone to come and open the door so she can maybe like sneak in without them seeing.
Okay.
Like, hopefully no one notices.
Yeah, so Jimena, you're in the living room. Do you think you would hear you're just have told Rex that he doesn't need to pay, and you kind of hear a like sound at the front door. You also hear a lot of, like, talking and conversation.
Yeah, when she hears the semi-knocking, Jimena, like, stands up, like, alright, someone at the door. Hopefully that wasn't a bad reading, like, bad in quality at least. I'm gonna go open that. And then Jimena, like, scooches out and goes towards the door. When she gets there, she pops it open.
What are you trying to do in this moment, Daisy May? Are you, like, trying to slip in without people seeing you?
Trying to, like, slip in without people seeing.
Okay. I would say roll to... It's a bit... It's the same kind of... you want the same kind of result, so I'd say roll to run away. Even if you're rolling to run into something, you're trying to not be caught.
Okay. Oh, that's a 3. That's a 5. What do I add for a runaway?
It's volatile.
Volatile. 3 and 5 is 8, and then I have 2 for volatile. So I'm at a 10.
Oh. So you see there's a way, there's some bags and stuff near the door that you can kind of run and hide behind. There's also, it doesn't really look like people are looking to the left, like the living room's to the right of the house, and then there seems to be a clear path to the left if you want to run in that way.
Yeah, I think Daisy May will, like, slip sort of, like, around the door frame and then scurry, like, along the wall over to an empty area that's, like, surrounded by things on the floor.
So you want to find a place, plant yourself, and listen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's some like, you know, coats and shoes thrown all over the place. There may be a backpack or two. Is Ren still wearing her backpack?
I think if other people put down backpacks, Ren would put down her backpack.
Daisy May is going to go and hide behind the purple backpack.
Jimena, you knocked at the door and opened it and no one was there.
Jimena, like, doesn't put much effort into looking around. She just kind of shrugs and leaves the door half open and wanders back into the party.
You leave the door open?
Half open.
So where is everyone currently situated within this party? I mean, I know Daisy May is behind a backpack. Where does Jimena go back to?
I think she just starts, like wandering around. Like, she keeps fiddling around with her tarot cards, but she doesn't approach anybody else anymore. Because she approaches one person, someone's gonna say something, and then it's gonna spread, so she doesn't have to worry about peddling or services anymore. She's just gonna explore the house. Probably. If there's big grand staircases, she's going up that big grand staircase.
Okay. Where is Ro?
Okay, so Ro was talking to Ren, but I think, so they're probably still in the basement, like, chatting.
Did we see Jimena go upstairs?
I think you notice that Jimena is no longer downstairs, so you can assume that he went upstairs.
Okay, well, has Eva made it down yet?
Yeah, where is Eva?
Yeah, I assume Eva didn't take, like, that long, and, she came back with, like, the little sandwiches and stuff and put them on whatever table that we had laid out, and she's, in her mind, she's like, well, that was my nice deed for the evening, and she'll pour herself, like, a glass of wine and bring the frying pan to Ren.
Thank you. This is perfect.
Okay. I assume it's for your costume.
I don't really. Have you ever seen Tangle?
I have not.
You've never seen Tangled. Eva, that's serious. You have to fix that immediately. It's really good.
Okay.
Well, do you... Oh, I don't want to take your clothes, but she has braided hair and like a purple dress and a frying pan. She's super brave and she's really cool. She's like a princess.
Okay. Princesses are... yeah, something.
Dope is what they are. Not that I would know. I don't really watch a ton of movies, but
Have you seen Tangled?
no way.
Oh, we all have to watch
I
Tangled.
haven't seen Tangled.
Alex,
I
have you
haven't seen
seen
Tangled either.
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
We need to
I'm
watch
down.
Tangled.
I
you
pretty
guys.
much
This
only
is
watch
really
what Ava
important.
shows me, to be honest. She's the movie critic in this household.
Oh shit!
Oh,
wait.
then you'll like Tangled.
Eva is
Yes.
the host
Yeah,
of the
this
party.
is Eva.
What's
Yes,
up?
this is my
Ro.
twin.
Nice to meet you. Yeah,
Hi.
actually, now that you're standing like sort of near each other, I see the resemblance.
I don't. You're very tall.
Yes, that's true. I agree with Ren.
Yeah, I don't see it
well,
either.
Okay.
Sorry.
No worries, man. Okay, so, well, huge shout out to, like, the two of you guys, because this is a freaking rager. This is dope. It's a great party. Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you. You also cheers.
Yeah, also, sick house. I told Alex that earlier, but, yeah, freaking sick house. Cool. Yeah, I gotta go find Ray, but...
Yeah, we
Catch-all.
should meet up with the whole band, you know? Just around.
Oh yeah, I was gonna go find.
Where did they
Jimena.
go? Where did he go?
I'll go find him. I think he went upstairs. Ren's feeling awkward, and this is a good out. So Ren is just gonna be like, "I'll go find Jimena," and then just leave and go upstairs.
Okay.
I don't think parties are their thing. Just, like, fine. Because
Yeah,
parties are
of
my
course.
thing. So...
Well, since parties are your thing, I'm glad you approve of this one.
Yeah, sick. Nice to meet you. I don't think we've ever had a conversation, but you seem pretty cool, pretty chill.
Thank you. If we haven't had a conversation, that was probably on purpose.
Oh, I was about to say sick costume, but I don't get it.
No, that's fine. I don't get your costume either.
I'm like a werewolf.
Oh, okay. Are werewolves like your thing?
No.
Okay. Why did
Wait,
you come
real
as a
talk.
werewolf then?
Ro,
Yeah, what's up?
do you think werewolves exist?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah? How do you
Okay.
know?
Rove looks like very nervous all of a sudden and just like takes like a huge sip and goes,
Ro, are you a werewolf?
Are
Okay,
you?
that's-
He just said werewolves aren't his thing.
I would say roll to keep your cool right now.
oh god, oh shit.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, sorry, I gotta find a usable d6. Okay. 5. My cold is a -1, so that's a 9.
Okay,
Oh.
so you right now this isn't. You feel like you may have just. You get the sense as you're talking that these two are very inquisitive and very observant, and a casual conversation about like cryptids and stuff isn't going to be so casual with them. And you have a feeling like that's unique. Like, these are people who are like, wait, why do you think that? In not a pushing like you're so weird kind of way, but almost a similar like, do you know something kind of way? And that That is interesting. That is intriguing you. But it will open you up to them asking the same questions of you as you may be asking of them.
No, I'm not a werewolf. I just am, like, super into, like, cryptozoology and shit. I was, like, actually kind of psyched when I, like, was told that I was moving out here, because, like, I'm really into, like, Bigfoot and finding him.
I heard Bigfoot was real from somebody. Like, no joke.
Yeah.
That's...
So it's just sort of like, you know, like, if Bigfoot is real, like, werewolves also, like, so real, like, totally real. I'm gonna go find Ray. Nice to meet you. Eva. Bye.
Okay.
And Ro walks away.
You
kind of just look at you.
you guys get a glimmer of that was mostly the truth. But that was also a little bit strange.
Kind of just look down at Eva. Shrug.
It was strange how quickly Ro exited the conversation that moments before they were so excited to be a part of.
Your friends are weird, Alex.
Well, some people might just be weird, and that's normal, right?
I think by definition it's not.
You know, you might be right. We'll see, though. I don't want to, like, ruin our friendship so early.
Okay. I don't see why that would ruin your friendship. But, other than being weird, I guess they're okay.
Thanks for your approval.
You know, everyone's on thin ice.
There are some people here that, like, I don't recognize at all.
Then, okay, why are they at our party?
Like, I don't know, I didn't invite them.
Really? 'Cause it did sound like you invited the whole cafeteria. Or rather, your friend did. Your weird friend,
No,
right?
we just kind of, like, invited, like, the people around us. Like, it was, like, 20 people around us, maybe.
Okay.
Like,
You knew
nobody
all
else
those
heard
20
it.
people? Okay, right. I don't know that I believe that, but okay.
Is Eva upset about this?
Eva's someone who keeps a very small circle on purpose. And she did, even though she was, like, kind of nervous about it, she did stress about this party and having people just, like, in her space that she doesn't know, she doesn't really like. So it's not really so much that she's, like, mad at Alex, just, like, she's mad at these people for existing in her house, in her space.
Alright.
I feel like I kind of get that.
There are two things I want happens. One, Jimena's gonna go upstairs, and two, I have one thing I would at least like us to end with.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Good.
Uh-oh. Monka?
I worry Daisy May is gonna freeze and then get stolen. I worry about Daisy May.
Rex is up to some shit.
Hold
Rex
on.
is up to some shit. I just know it.
Maybe Rex is just some guy.
Listen, the fact that Rex is at this party makes Alex nervous.
Yeah, I don't know who
What
Rex
does that
is,
mean?
and I need to know all the lore on Rex.
I will not elaborate further on Alex's connection to Rex.
You're teasing us.
Quinn?
Hey, Quinn, remember when I said earlier you could talk with conditions? This time you can talk with conditions, but the only condition is that you have to tell us what's going on here.
I choose to disagree with those conditions.
Sucks, man. Sucks.
I'm the authority on this situation.
No, you're not.
Yeah, we're a democracy. We're voting. You tell us.
Okay, so Jimena, you are headed up the big spiral staircase.
Oh, it's a spiral.
Yeah, it's a spiral staircase.
Oh
I
shit.
think this house doesn't have a spiral staircase. Are you wandering or are you looking for things specific?
Just wandering.
I think as you
Can I say something really quickly?
Mm-hmm.
I think Jimena notices that this is the house that he saw in the vision with Alex.
Yes, but yeah, I'm gonna yes and that. I have an idea. So as you are walking down the second floor hallway, there are not just framed photos on the walls, though there are many framed pictures. And as you watch, it's like the photos go from color to black and white to sepia, and then there are paintings, official, beautiful portraits. And at the end of the hall is this just gorgeous, framed in this heavy gold frame, a painting of a family that you recognize from your vision. You recognize the woman and her husband and her 2 children. Though the likeness is not perfect because it is portraiture, and they do seem a bit young. You know now, looking at this portrait, you are filled with a certainty that may have just been doubts or coincidence when you had your vision, but now you feel sure that Alex and Eva should not be the age that they are now. They should not be teenagers walking around downstairs based on this painting in front of you. They should be 100-year-old.
As Jimena's walking and looking at these pictures on the wall, and as he notices the pictures start to go from different types, his steps quicken until he gets to the portraits, and he looks up at them. And as he walks, he's still fiddling with his tarot cards, and as she sees the pictures and has this realization, the cards slip out of her hand and fall to the floor, and she just goes, "Holy fucking shit."
And you hear a voice behind you go, "Are you lost, darling?"
Jimena turns.
And you see a beautiful woman in a long black dress, her hair down, starting to go gray just at the front in these nicely framed streaks, high cheekbones, slight smile. The woman in the painting, the woman from your visions, Irina Petrov. And We'll come back to that. But one last thing before we go.
Oh, no.
Ray, you went down... Ray. Ro, you went off to find Ray, and you find Ray and Alicia and Yasmin all together.
So he walks up to Ray and sort of like taps her on the shoulder and goes, "Hey, can I talk to you sir for a second?"
Yeah. Hey, is it really important?
I mean, like, kinda, maybe.
Okay.
Not
Well,
like
I just
crazy important.
I just thought you should know that Josh locked all his social medias, actually, not just his Instagram. Like, it seems to have, like, kicked out followers. Like, we can't see his account anymore, so.
Okay, should I care?
Well, you kind of made a big scene.
And
Well,
he
I was
deserved it.
I mean, he's probably, like, I don't know. I just want you to know, like, there could be a chance that he's, like, shit-talking you, you know, so.
Oh, okay. Is that it? Like, that's what you're worried about? I don't give a shit what he says about me. Okay,
What do you want? What do you want? It's probably more important. Yeah, who cares about what some asshole thinks?
Are we still in the group? Have we, like, moved away?
Yeah,
from...
we can.
Okay, because Ro just wants to talk to Ray,
Yeah.
and so Ro is like, okay, yeah, I mean, fuck Josh. I don't want to talk or think about him. Is Alicia single?
Yes, I think so.
Oh, shit.
I mean, she could always have, like, a secret partner on the side, but... Are you trying to hook up with my best friend right now?
Is that weird, or...
No. Wait, are you, like, just, like, asking... Yeah, you want to ask her out?
Yeah.
Yeah, ask her out.
Okay, dope.
Do people still, like... Is Truth or Dare in? Like, you know, we could... get the vibes going tonight.
I mean, like... Yeah, we could do Truth or Dare. I was just gonna walk up to her and, like, ask her what kind of music she listened to and if she wanted to, like, hang out with me sometime. Do I need to go through these, like... Am I, like, I mean, you know her, I guess. Am I supposed to go through a weird ritual to, like, be able to talk to her? I'm usually just, like, sort of upfront with what I just want to talk to people, and I think that Alicia is hot.
Okay, yeah, then, like, I'll be your wing person.
Fuck yeah, hell yeah, I love that. Yes, and Ro, like, puts a hand up to, like, fist bump Ray. Yeah, literally, all I need is for you, like, you to be my wingman, man, okay? Don't need weird Truth or Dare teen rituals or stuff. I don't get it. I'm gonna go talk to Alicia.
Yeah.
Alicia.
Go for it.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Ro just sort of, like, walks backwards and then turns and walks away.
Yeah. And everyone's kind of scattered about the house right now. It in that way, at least in my experience, I think it is a pretty accurate high school party, in that there is a bunch of people that you know, but you might not necessarily... Everyone feels maybe a little bit out of place. You know, we're leaving Humana upstairs, Ro going to talk and maybe flirt a little. Ren, you were talking to Ro, and now are you alone in the corner once again?
No, I was walking upstairs to try and find Jimena.
Oh, okay. You're also alone in the house. And Eva and Alex, the hosts, how are you feeling?
I feel like Alex probably has, like, a beer in his hands that he's just been, like, kind of mildly drinking, but he's, like, even though he's been kind of just, like, trying to be fun and everything, he's kind of just scanning, just, like, seeing how the vibes are. Like, more attentive than usual.
And Eva?
Eva has taken her glass of wine and she's off to the side and she's scanning the party too, but she's not. It's not her main priority. It's a second priority. Like, her mind is somewhere else. And honestly, this is kind of like emo and melodramatic, but I think she's just trying. Yeah, I think she's just trying to feel something. Looking out at the party.
There's a whole lot of cocky men to fuck with and hot women to kiss.
So true.
Daisy May, you are standing by the door, staring at all these people who seem so happy, seem so human, seem so in control of what they can do and what they are like. And the door is already open a bit, and it creaks open further as, in a pink hoodie, kind of hunched, hands in pockets, blonde-haired kid looks around and quietly closes the door behind him. And that's where we're gonna end.
Fuck!
Ren is right.
What the fuck does...
walking up the stairs. That is not. Oh.
What the fuck does he have in that hoodie?
Mm-mm.
Oh my god.
Mm-mm. I hate this man. I hate him so much.
And that's it for this episode of the Cromwell Chronicles.
This episode featured Saffron Heftigab as the Master of Ceremonies, Catherine Rarrett as Ro Nielsen, Quinn Borizin as Alexander Petrov, Karina Revia as Eva Petrova, Casey Fleming as Ren Aurora, Victoria Nielsen as Daisy May Fowler, and Arcadia Reeves as Jimena Carter Garcia. This episode was edited by Zola Heftigab and Saffron Heftigab, with help from Casey Fleming. Our main theme was composed by Quinn Borizin. Sound effects and additional music are sourced and adapted from freesound.org and zapsplat.com under a Creative Commons Attribution License. For a full list of credits, please visit midnightceremoniesmedia.com.